USAPA National Championships, the Open Men's Singles Final.
Here we go, start of game 1, 0-0.
Marcin Rozpedski, closest to us, is playing the newcomer, McGuffin.
1-0.
1-0 is the score. McGuffin, he has some extremely sharp volleys, forehand and backhand, but it's his movement that really shines through. Fitness, agility, but it's still going to be a tall order to take on the Polish monster, Marcin Rozpedski. One of the big things that separates Marcin is his speed on the volleys, how low he gets, the reach that he manages to get in front of the kitchen. General accuracy down the line. Gets around his backhand more often than not when playing a third ball, able to rip a forehand. That helps a lot. That's a beautiful sharp angle backhand volley. McGuffin just questioning the crowd, just in case. And Rozpedski having a quick chat to referee Marcia Frezzo. Once again, definitely the best Frezzo referee. Sorry, Byron. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. And he gets excited early. And there's his wife, Carly, with a loud applause.
4-0.
Tried to be delicate down the line. Just catching the top of the tape.
0-4.
0-4 is the score. And you can see the pressure that young McGuffin's under.
4-0.
He's coming from the loser's bracket, so he needs to win twice. Oh, almost looked between the legs there. And that's just wide. 0-4 is the score. Oh, that's a beautiful passing shot down the line. You can tell he's done that before. I myself lost to Mr. McGuffin in the third or fourth round today. Heartbreaking defeat. Certainly going to go on his resume. Oh, that's another lovely passing shot. One of the big things in passing in singles, how low you can stay with a ball like the Gira 40 especially. It does certainly stay low. Those who drive up too quickly with the legs often lose control. 3-4 is the score. McGuffin making a good comeback. Chip and charge, and it pays off nicely. The players who can slice the return more often than not have a good chance of keeping that ball low and forcing a more difficult passing shot from their opponent. And that's average at best. You'll be disappointed with that. There we hear Carly Rozpedski with a good call. Standing next to the linesman, Carly is. Come on! Likely looking to flirt with him, help turn some calls. That's a great shot. Forehand cross court. Beautiful. And McGuffin's excited about that, no doubt about it. He gets excited easily, but then so does Marcin. 3-6 is the score. Both of these players They feed a lot from the confidence of each and every good play. And McGuffin again with great sound effects, like a wounded warthog being chased by a herd of Aboriginals. That'll teach him. Yeah, he pokes just once too many down the line, and Rozpedski there, ready and waiting. And there's a timeout from young McGuffin. That's a smart move, no doubt about it. Rozpedski heading towards the towel. It looks to be a regular bath towel, and that's going against the grain. The average player is using a hand towel. He either has extremely large hands or he's just really, really sweaty. Who knows? We'll talk to him after the break. McGuffin looking for some inspiration from the crowd. And Rozpedski about to return to proceedings.
Players are ready. Time in.
We've got time in, and 6-4 is the score. It's a sharp volley. I think looked like Marcin was anticipating a short angle backhand cross court. Moved in that direction, and Mr. McGuffin caught him out. That's a good looking ball, but well anticipated that time. You could see, looked like you can see when the rear leg from Mr. McGuffin rocks behind him, he's going to go for that inside-out forehand, opening up the hips and shoulders. 4-6. And that's a weak return from Rozpedski. 5-6 is the score. A lob rarely working. This one just goes over, but enough of a rebound to give Marcin an easy put away. McGuffin, always been a competitive singles player, fairly new to the tour. The big change obviously was when he switched to the Maxima from Selkirk. Suddenly became wildly more aggressive and much more effective. Five, six. McGuffin serving. Chip and charge down the line. Oh, just overstretched there. Tough to control the kind of pace that you're going to hit at full stretch. I apologize if you can hear me burping. I am drinking a beer at the time of this commentary. Oh, that's gold. Very nice. Quite a loopy forehand down the line, that one, but still effective. McGuffin perhaps thinking it was going to float long. That's impressive. That's impressive. McGuffin putting the paddle down. Is he signifying a timeout? Yes, he is. McGuffin going with the more traditional hand towel size, while Marcin still going towards the bath towel. Personally, not a huge fan of the white towels, just because, well, people can see how dirty they get, and then I'm obviously not doing too much laundry. And that applies towards other light-coloured towels: the cream, the bone, the white, the off-white, the ivory, the beige. Anything really. Marcin coming back in. He's got a good lead. But against Mr. McGuffin, there's no lead that's really enough. 8-5 is the score. It's a deep serve. Good looking return that caused Marcin to just mistime that forehand down the line. 5-8. It is indeed wide, giving back Rozpedski the serve.
8-5.
McGuffin, he's pretty excited about that. Marcin possibly looking to go around the post. Referee Marcin was in that general district and he looked to go a little high. Oh, it's a nice chip and charge, but a beautiful cross-court shot. And he's pulled that off nicely. Six, 8 is the score. Yeah, it's a good looking ball. A lot of that was set up from the serve. McGuffin, one of the players that does like to put some topspin on the serve. A lot of players electing to slice or just hit a flat serve, going for more accuracy. McGuffin likes to roll it, get it deep, and add a certain level of topspin that makes the ball bump up a little bit, just like it does on a tennis court. Not usually a fan of Coors Light, but for whatever reason it's going down beautifully right now. Line judges look ready. Players are ready. And we're back in. 7-8 is the score.
7-8.
He's gone for too much there. It is quite amazing just how often a well-timed timeout can give back the serve. 8-7 is the score. And McGuffin with a nice backhand volley cross-court, forcing Mr. Rozpedski to play a tough and inevitably impossible shot. That's beautiful. Great court coverage. The young Rozpedski, he's approximately 6'3", I want to say, with a reach around 78 inches. Very important pickleball terms. Weighing in at approximately 187 pounds. Just, you know, as a bit of a guess. I'll ask him later. Maybe 190, maybe 190. McGuffin, smaller frame, but stocky. It's very fit. Great footwork. One of the best tennis players in Washington. And he's excited. He's got a good fist pump, no doubt about it.
Come on, Marcin.
I don't know where he's picked that up from, but he's definitely been working on that fist pump.
8-8.
8-8 is the score. That's too good. So much of this really is one-punch pickleball. Whether it be the serve or return, one of those two. If that's the most effective shot of the rally, it sets things up perfectly for the rest. 8-8 is the score. Just hit that one long. McGuffin kept the volley nice and low. Not easy, even with Rozpedski's new paddle. It's the Marcin Rozpedski blade from Engage. Full 17 inches. And he's just sprayed that one wide, and he's given McGuffin the lead, 9-8. And there's a call of "Go Babe" from Carly Rozpedski. On a side note, Marcin's son, Christian Rozpedski, picked up the silver medal in one of the junior divisions in the singles. So the apple certainly not falling far from the tree. 8-9 is the score. McGuffin, he's missed an easy one. That's not helping his cause. We've all done it. Happens to the best of us. Going back towards the towel. Oh, he called a timeout. But unfortunately, he's out of timeouts. Referee Marsha Frezzo all over that. Interesting forehand volley. Oh, that's gold. Incredible get there. I tell you, if Rozpedski pulls this one off, the crowd will go bananas. That's tough. It's great movement from McGuffin. Defensive magician, really. This time Rozpedski calling a timeout and heading towards the bath towel. And he hits the deck, signifying he's a little tired, but we've seen him in this position before. He's been down and out in many tough matches against Mr. Yates, Mr. Moore, almost everyone except Mr. Evans. Fuck. Luckily I haven't played him too often, so not complaining. Sucking a little bit of air in, but you know the danger comes when Marcin catches a second wind. You know, not every player is a strong starter, but it doesn't matter how you start, it matters how you finish. And we've got time in. 9-9 is the score. Ooh, and he's left that, and it was out. Linesman there. McGuffin asking if it was out by a lot. Linesman not likely to tell him that. Oh, that's a great return. Can Marcin pull this one off? This will be impressive. Oh, that's close. Just out by a bee's dick there. Good job.
You're going live?
9-9 is the score. McGuffin just put that in the bottom of the net. Probably not his intention. 9-9 again. They're stuck at this 9-9 deadlock. High looping serve. Yeah, he's played that inside-out forehand. Forced a high volley from McGuffin. Come in to close nicely. It's the Rozpedski way. And he's taking the lead, looking to get the first game here. 10-9 is the score. He's just sprayed that wide. McGuffin trying to pump himself up nicely. 9-10 is the score. Rozpedski with a sharp forehand volley cross court. Sorry, just getting another beer. 10-9 is the score. He's looking to finish off here. That's going to be tough, and that's just a little wide. 9-10. McGuffin trying to stay alive here. He needs a good third ball here. And that's not really what he needed.
Let's go, Marcin, right now.
That was probably slightly different in his head.
10, 9.
The crowd seems somewhat subdued. Some of their usual suspects. Oh, and there's a dive. It was a good looking dive though, well balanced, good sprawl. And he's back on his feet. Well played. 9-10 is the score. McGuffin super excited. Like a bull in a china shop. You gotta wonder what he's like at some regular board games if he gets this excited. Monopoly, chess. I'll have to test that out. 10-10. That's a good looking passing shot. Rozpedski needed to get the return slightly deeper. It's important to note that Mr. McGuffin does need to beat him twice, coming from the loser's bracket. That's something that weighs on every competitor when they reach the final. And Marcin, typically coming from the winner's bracket, has that mental edge. 10-11. It's a good looking serve. The third ball, a hard forehand down the line, didn't quite pay off. Mr. McGuffin reading it early. $11-10. This point required to close out the first game. And he's just hit that long. A good sharp volley from Rozpedski, forcing him onto his back foot. 10-11. It's a real game of cat and mouse. In the end, it was a short angle dink per se. It just catches the top of the net from Rozpedski. But we still have him. 11-10. Still trying to finish this one off. And he's just missed that, it looked like. Oh. Well, looks like it was in. Again, Carly's wife, Marcin's wife, Carly, standing very close to the linesman, no doubt flirting. Just joking, Marcin. That's gold. Oh, and that's got to be one of the great shots in the history of pickleball. It ball was definitely behind him, a full stretch, and somehow with the new Morgan Evans paddle from Selkirk, he's brought that back into the court for a passing shot. Surprising. Definitely the paddle.
Nice play, Ty.
Rozpedski, very complimentary of that shot. Spectacular athleticism from the young man from Gig Harbor, or Jig Harbor, I forget. Couldn't back it up with a good passing shot there, a little wide. 10-11. Marcin's still staying alive here. They're stuck at this score. And that's a beautiful passing shot. He's happy with that. 11-11. This is going to be a barn burner. In Casa Grande, there are a few barns around, so it shouldn't be too hard to find one to just torch to the ground. Marcin looking to go for the body. That's risky business. McGuffin wise to the choice. 11-11 is the score. Marcin hoping he had 12. 11-11. great short, sharp angle volley there from Rozpedski. Tell you, some of the skills these two have brought over from their careers in the tennis world, they do make the mere mortals look, well, like mere mortals, but to be honest, just, you know, pretty shit. This could be where it runs away with it. It's a turning point, I feel. 12-11. Let's see if McGuffin will make any easy errors. That's just caught 3 or 4 squares down in the net. It's usually a sign of tightness. Rozpedski, he's human, but slightly less human than most. Alright, he's pulled off at 12-12 position here with a great looking passing shot. He's just caught Marcin on the top, the bottom of the paddle. 12-12 is the score. Interesting, that rarely works against McGuffin. Oh. This is going to be a hell of a rally, I can feel it. Oh, he's just sprayed it long. Impressive play, the crowd really enjoying it.
We're going to Boston's.
Apparently there's a group going to Boston Pizza, and
we hope to see our awesome commentator here.
and they'll hope to hear some dodgy commentator. And that cross-court forehand, that was Irina Terichenko inviting me to Boston Pizzas. Honor really from the ladies champion. And there it is, there's the first game. But my God, if it wasn't one of the best games, that's an epic. Like a Mel Gibson movie, that one. Just kept going, full of excitement. But not weird in any way, so not really like a Mel Gibson person, just, you know, like Braveheart, or some of the early Lethal Weapon movies with the legendary Danny Glover. I hope he's still alive. I like Danny. I'm getting too old for this shit. We all remember that. Rozpedski taking a seat. But he's fit as a horse, this man. Definitely not plagued with knee injuries. Certainly not needing replacement. And here comes the bar towel again. That's a good facial wipe. Hat seems to be astray. He's going with a one-handed technique now. And looking towards the water. Hopefully he's got enough. If not, then it's going to be Kali Rozpedski to the rescue. Referee Masha Frezzo making her way over towards the commentary box. Doing a lovely job, really. Definitely my favorite ref. Always keeps things under control. I can imagine in the Frezzo household the kind of dinner table conversations regarding the USAPA rules, bylaws. That's got to be fun. Marcin just needs one more game here to seal the deal. Marcin curious if he's serving, and he's handed the ball back to McGuffin. 0-0 is the score. That's not bad. That didn't suck. 1-0 is the score. It's not bad. That's not bad. You can't argue with that. He read the play well, like a picture book. Or at least one of the early Where's Waldo's, where it was just pretty bloody obvious where he was. Oh, that's gold. That's gold. He's gone with a nice open stance. The open stance forehand has become hugely prevalent in the game of tennis over the last 15-20 years. The open stance allowing more hip and shoulder rotation, starting with a more open position. A rolling cross-court shot just becomes that little bit easier. Lateral balance also gated. Marcin's going to be looking for some words of encouragement from wife Carly. Still flirting with the linesman. It's a smart play from Team Rozpedski, looking to get a few more calls in his direction.
Players are ready.
Players are ready. Referee Marcia Frezzo. McGuffin 3-0. It's a nice deep return. This is going to end in tears. I can feel it. There we go. McGuffin calling for focus. Easier said than done. Oh, and that's a gorgeous inside-in forehand passing shot down the line. Right on the line. 2-3 is the score. And he strayed that one wide. That's definitely not what he was going for. He's just missed that one wide. Wife Carly not able to influence that call, unfortunately. 3-3 is the score. And that looked like it caught the line. Skidded through, made it a little tough for Mr. McGuffin to play an effective shot. 3-3. Nice deep return from McGuffin. It's gone with a short angle ball. And a touch volley. That's impressive. Again, only really made possible by the new Maxima from Selkirk. Okay, that's just a blatant lie. There's probably a lot of paddles that can do that, but still. Alright, that's just hit and hope stuff there. Swinging for the fences. Possibly not percentage play. 3-3 is the score. Marcin's called that out, but linesman didn't say shit.
It could have hit either way.
3-3 is the score. That's a good looking thread down the line. Marcin reading it, but not able to get the ball in the middle of this paddle. 4-3. That's a great return. Yeah, when you have a player there that can chip and charge. Marcin calling for right now as opposed to later. That's a good decision. Tactically, now is the time to win. It's not going to help much at Boston Pizzas in the next 2-3 hours. That's a good looking volley. We're about 35 minutes in here into the men's final. The Nationals 8. Casa Grande. McGuffin having a great showing of himself. It's always a danger when you have someone who's just jumped onto the world stage like this. Can they handle the spotlight? And McGuffin really proving himself effective. That's an incredible rally.
hot pickleball.
And there's a call from Tony Major. That's apparently hot pickleball. She's excited. Certainly an exciting time to be alive. 3-5 is the score. And McGuffin just mixing a short backhand stab volley. The name of the game in pickleball, tennis, squash, racquetball really is consistency. Who's going to make the least mistakes while being as effective in power play? Just caught it down to the feet of Mr. Rozpedski. Tough to flick that up and do something effective. 5-4 is the score. Rolling forehand. And he's excited again. He's got a good roar. It's like a little lion, this young McGuffin. Or as I've come to call him, McGuffin. Either way, fun word to say. 6-4. Oh, looking good. Some nice angles from everybody. And it's Rozpedski in the end to miss the backhand stab volley down the line. And there's a timeout call from Rozpedski. 7-4. McGuffin in the lead. Both players feeling the tension and the physical aspect of the game. Obviously extremely difficult. This game, it's like squash, only without the walls to hit off of. The short, sharp turns of direction. Really plays havoc on the hip flexors, the IT bands, quadriceps. Still, as long as you've got a bath towel, you should be fine. No, you probably need more than that. Forget I said that. Rozpedski, formerly top 300 ATP tennis, played Davis Cup for Poland, his home country. McGuffin, top-level tennis player from Gig Harbor in Washington, collegiate.
Time in, gentlemen.
And we've got time in.
7-4.
7-4 is the score. And he's just missed that long. He needed that one. Personally, for me, 8 is the magic number. If I can get to 8 before my opponent, I feel like there's a mental edge there. Marcin has a way of lifting it when it's necessary. It's something that separates him from a huge amount of competitors.
5, 7.
He can have his down times, he can have his up times, and there's a downtime. However, when it counts, when push comes to shove, and the chips are down, the man pulls it out. That's why I'm his men's partner. Yeah, it's an honor and a privilege. Ooh, there goes the paddle throw. And there we see the aerodynamic nature of the Maxima from Selkirk, really flying through the air nicely. Certainly still in one piece. That's great coverage. Anticipation court coverage. He's got a wingspan of a small albatross. And Mr. McGuffin calling a timeout. 6-7 is the score. We're about 40 minutes in here into the men's final. Both players putting in an epic performance. The conditioning of both these players really is impressive. Personally, after some of these rallies, I'm feeling tired just watching it. Referee Marsha Frezzo coming to comfort Mr. McGuffin, let him know that he's still in this. when in reality Marcin's got this locked up. Possibly. With any luck. I'm a fan of McGuffin, no doubt about it. But, you know, Mr. Rozpedski, he's my men's partner, and I got to back him. I got to go with the Polish monster.
Players are ready. Time in. 6-7.
Time in at 6-7 is the score. It's another close one. We wouldn't have it any other way here in the... Ooh, that wasn't ideal. Somewhat ineffectual there, and therefore an effective timeout from Mr. McGuffin.
7-6.
7-6 is the score. That's great court coverage, anticipation, stretch forehand volley. It's not just that. When he's at full stretch, he still manages to do something with the ball that causes trouble. A lot of players have this kind of length and wingspan, but very few can really do as much. And the gate's in the way. The fence has just stopped Mr. Rozpedski from falling through anywhere. 7-6 is the score. That's a very short, low, slicing return of serve. Gorgeous, really.
6-7.
Ooh. Everything looked to be going in the favor of Mr. McGuffin there. There's another timeout. That last volley just going astray. And Mr. Rozpedski reporting an injury to the ball. Possibly a massage towards that Dura 40 could help, or possibly a replacement. A lot of controversy these days about the ball of choice for tournaments. Many tournaments from recent times heading towards the Pure 2. However, the National Championship sticking with the Dura 40, as is tradition. Understandable. Many of the top players do prefer it. There's a ball check there. Rozpedski didn't bother to twirl it, just assuming it's round. Not always the case, unfortunately. Although spherical is obviously the shape of choice for the average ball. Oh, and that's a sharp, short angle, aggressive dink. God, I wish he did that in doubles with me. Jesus. That'd be pretty bloody effective, wouldn't it? 8-7 is the score. Rozpedski taking the lead. He's gone for the lob, and that's just a little long. I myself tried approximately 12, 13 lobs today in the men's singles, and I had success on 2. Not a high percentage shot. Oh, it's a crazy good shot. And there's a big shout from young McGuffin, and rightly so. That's an epic play. Full stretch, flicked that ball cross court. Very impressive. 8-8 is the score. Nice to get a free point after working so hard. 9-8. That is a let, so we'll replay the point.
9-8.
That's too good. Rozpedski anticipating the shot down the line, moving appropriately, going for the sneaky wrong-un. Wrong-footing his opponent. 8-9 is the score. He needs this one. And that's it. And McGuffin hoping it was wide, catching the line though. The super talented Lines judge confirming it was in. McGuffin hoping Marcia Frezzo would overrule, but that's just not going to happen. 9-9 is the score. And that brings up championship point 10-9, our lovely forehand passing shot down the line. And that's helpful. I'm near the end of the beer. And the second Coors Light, not quite as good as the first. Oh, he's gone for a full stretch. That's exactly what your ACL needs at the tender age of 41.
It's 41? 41? Yeah.
Great volley. The depth. Look at that. It's the angle and the depth that keeps his opponent at bay. Still, Mr. McGuffin, his athleticism gets him behind the ball often. In position 10-9, and we've got championship point coming up. And that's as good as it gets, folks. Mr. Rozpedski pushed to the limit from Ty McGuffin. McGuffin, a young buck, really showing how far a player can come in a short span of time. The crowd on their feet. Incredible performance from both players. Mr. Rozpedski, again, the national champion. Both the 2015 and 2016 Men's Open Singles Champion, Marcin Rozpedski. He's lifting up his young boy Chance, an incredible pickleball player in his own right. 6 years old. He'll be looking to compete in the championships in the not too distant future. Mr. McGuffin, a valiant effort. He really had a great showing. He's got to be happy with that. Marcia Frezzo coming in with a big sweaty hug. I've hugged that man in emotional moments, and I tell you, it's not fun. It's a sweaty, hot mess, but fully deserved. Applauding the crowd, and the crowd's certainly appreciative of an incredible performance from young Rozpedski. There's high fives, there's low fives, there's mid fives. There might even be a couple of tens coming in there with the left hand and the right hand. That guy, McGuffin, you know, he left it all out in the court, had a hell of a day. I think he should be proud of his performance. And he's signaling towards myself. These two warriors really doing the game proud. You know, there may be a winner here in Mr. Rozpedski, but pickleball is certainly the real winner. Mr. Josh Elliott, the son of Mr. Rob Elliott. Here's my man.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome, buddy. Hey, and he said he loves me. Isn't that cute? He's an emotional man. It helps him reach his peak performance. And we love him for it. That's it from me here at the 2016 National Championships at Casa Grande, where Mr. Rozpedski has just claimed the title over Ty McGuffin in an incredible performance, skill, determination, ability, athleticism, bath towels. He had it all, really. And he's going to lie down. That's a good decision. That's a good looking nap there, good position with the head. Personally, I'd go for a pillow. That's probably where the bath towel will come into play. Hands in the air, a couple of fingers. And some guy with a wide brim hat coming onto the court now. Just wandering over, might be lost. possibly a referee. They'll be starting up with the presentation soon, where he will be awarded an incredible medal from the USAPA, a large plaque. They may even erect some kind of mural, although not likely. Might not be in the budget just yet. And a huge check for millions of dollars, just millions really. Oh well, enough to pay for the gas at least. A couple of guys in official looking suits, pants sorry, coming onto the court, having a chat, possibly regarding pickleball. I'm gonna go over there and give him a, well, you know what, I'm probably not gonna give him a hug, because he's really sweaty. But I'm definitely gonna say congratulations. And we'll see you soon, folks. This has been fun. It's been real. And it's been real fun. Take care, everybody. I'm Morgan Evans.